Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mini-Sode, where today we end our look into 007 on the big green with Goldeneye Rogue Agent. Despite the name, and blatant attempt from EA to capitalize on it, Goldeneye Rogue Agent is not a sequel to the film or game with that title. In fact, this game isn't really even about 007. Instead, you play as an MI6 agent who, due to being shot in his right eye by Dr. No, becomes consumed with rage and vengeance, going more towards a violent approach to missions that makes him not fit for service. When he fails a simulation that results in 007's virtual death, he is dismissed from MI6, but is quickly offered a position in the organization of Auric Goldfinger. It turns out that he and Dr. No are at war with each other due to No wanting Goldfinger's new device, the Omen, which releases energy that can break down matter, disintegrating anything it comes in contact with. To assist his mission to take out Dr. No, the agent is fitted with a gold-colored cybernetic eye, receiving the codename Goldeneye. So, yeah, the plot of this is just something. It feels less like a Bond story and more like if the writers wanted to mix 007 and a John Woo film, then add a large amount of insanity. Then again, this isn't meant to be a traditional Bond game, so it works well in that context. Sticking to the games before Everything or Nothing, this Goldeneye, just like its in-name predecessor, is a first-person shooter where you basically just get through the stage shooting anything and everything that gets in your way. You'll have a variety of large and small guns at your disposal, with the ability to dual-wield most of them, though your default pistol will always have infinite ammo. There's also grenades you can throw, and melee attacks that if you stun an enemy, you can use them as a hostage. There's also armor pickups like in most Bond shooters, and taking a page from Halo, there's regenerating health when you stand still. In lieu of the wonderful gadgets that Bond always gets, Goldeneye has, well, the Goldeneye. As you progress, you'll receive upgrades to your eye that allow you to hack devices, see through walls, deflect bullets, and push enemies, though these consume energy and must be recharged. And of course, it wouldn't be a Bond game without scoring, so here you'll receive points based on your accuracy, what difficulty you're playing on, and how much of a bad guy you are. Something akin to the Bond moves in other EA games. Getting a high score earns medals that unlock things like stuff for the art gallery and stuff also for multiplayer. Speaking of that, GoldenEye's multiplayer is just what you expect. Free-for-all, team deathmatch, territories, and tug of war, a mode where you use switches to move a train into your opponent's area. Of course, this all comes with the usual modifiers and can be played split screen, system link, and if you're able to, online. Just the usual stuff that comes in a shooter, but it's fun to goof around with friends. With all of this in the package, GoldenEye plays okay. It's not terrible. There's some cool things here, like the akimbo gunplay, and the eye functions are fun to mess around with, but at the end of the day, it's not that memorable of a shooter. Well, not the kind that EA wanted, as they were hoping this would be a GoldenEye killer. At best, it's a decent game. Though if there is anything to throw darts at, it most definitely be the odd difficulty spikes. Through the majority of the game, there's a decent enough challenge, but then there are some spots where it just ramps it up to 11 with hordes of enemies surrounding you and massive tanks or hover jets taking you out with ease. Hell, even the last stage has guns that can kill anyone in one hit. No matter how much you dodge, if one of those blue orbs slightly touches you, you're done. Even setting the difficulty down from normal to easy didn't really alleviate this, so don't feel bad if you want to play it that way. You're still going to get a challenge. Visually, it's not bad, with nice character models, especially the main characters, even if you really just see them in cutscenes, though you will see the same enemy type a lot in the game. Either Dr. No is good at cloning, or he hired the biggest family of goons ever known to man. Meanwhile, the stages are alright, most of them taking place in bases or underground bunkers with an occasional part in a building or outside. Truthfully, I think From Russia with Love, which came out a year later, definitely looks a lot better though. For audio, the music leans more towards the rock techno motif, which is no surprise as the soundtrack was composed by popular DJ at the time, Paul Oakenfold, who's crafted a score that definitely fits the tone here. As for voice acting, while Goldeneye never speaks himself, the rest of the cast has a few notable names, such as Judi Dench as M.
You were directly responsible for the death of 007. Your tactics are inexcusable. There's no place at MI6 for an agent like you. You're dismissed.
And Christopher Lee as Francisco Scaramanga, aka the man with the golden gun, who's this game's version of Q.
So far. To counter the increased threat, your latest upgrade is designed to generate a magnetic polarity shield capable of deflecting all damage for a short period of time. Operating the magnetic shield consumes energy, which increases significantly when the shield is taking direct fire.
Meanwhile, other villains from the Bond universe make appearances along with Dr. No and Goldfinger, like Pussy Galore and Xenia Onatop, and while their likenesses are of the actors and actresses that portrayed them, their VO work is done by different people, and it's okay.
Don't die yet. I haven't kept my promise.
I can admit that GoldenEye Rogue Agent is not my favorite Bond game, but at the same time, it's not the massive stain on the name GoldenEye that some made it out to be. EA tried to make the next beloved shooter and instead crafted a decent but by-the-numbers game. I'd say only pick it up if you're collecting Bond games or like any and all shooters. Though, if you're looking for the next GoldenEye, this isn't it. And neither is the remake by Activision. I mean, it's okay, but look, just remaster GoldenEye already. Everyone wants it. Figure it out, guys. Remake it, remaster it, whatever. All will be well. And with that, this is the Dali Popka saying, as always, stay green, my friends. I'll see you next time.